What's happening, everyone? My name is Phil with PrecisionLED.com, and today we have a 2013 Honda Civic we'll be installing LED interior lights on. Now, this is a 9th generation Civic. It is the 2011 through 2016 year model and is compatible with both the 2-door and the 4-door version. Now, today we'll be installing LED lights on our map lights, our dome light, the license plate lights, as well as the backup reverse lights. Now, if you like the kind of videos that we make here at Precision LED, please go ahead and subscribe and like the video to help promote and let other people know how the correct installation is performed. Today we'll be using a Precision LED 5730 style premium SMD LED kit, which has about 1.5 to 2 times better brightness over our standard kits. If you want to see the difference between a standard and premium version bulb, hit the description link below and you can check out the difference between those two types of products. Let's get started. Every Precision LED kit comes with 3 trim tools to help you with the installation process. We have a pointed wedge tool, a serrated knife tool, as well as a crowbar shaped tool. For the overhead map lights, we're going to be using the flat end of our serrated knife tool and wedging in between the trim and the lens cover to pop these covers off. As you can see from this cover, only this and this clip here are what's holding this in place, and these are actually just guiding pins to help keep the lens cover stable. Once you have the lens cover off, you have access to the halogen bulb. We're just going to use the flat side of our serrated knife tool and use it to push out the halogen bulb. We'll do the same here for the passenger side. Now, I'll be replacing them with our premium LED bulbs. They're a direct fit replacement. And when you have them in, you want to make sure that the LED board is pointing down toward either the passenger or the driver's side to make sure you get the maximum brightness from that bulb. You also want to make sure you test it to make sure it turns on before putting the lens cover back on. To reinstall the lens covers, you want to first put the outside edge on first, and then force these 2 inside sections on. That's all there is to it. For the rear dome light, we'll be using the crowbar shaped tool and these 2 pointy ends. Now, this lens cover panel, you can just wedge in between. There is a insertion point here and here. You're going to go between those 2 points and slowly work the lens cover out. Take note of that insert point here and here. That's what's keeping the lens cover on, along with the ones in the back here and here. Again, this is a festoon type bulb. We're just going to wedge this out. And this one's actually hot because it was on, so I'm just going to let it fall out. And then we'll be replacing it with our premium festoon LED. Again, make sure the LED board is pointed down. These premiums are not polarity specific, so whether you turn it on this way or flip it 180 degrees and plug it back in, they still should work. The circuitry is designed to know which side is positive and which one's negative. Just test the light, make sure it turns on, and we're just going to reapply the lens cover. Now, this lens cover has to go in with this side in first and then forcing this side in last. So you line up the tabs, you give it a good push to get it back in. Right now we'll be replacing the license plate light, and we have the trunk lid already open, and as you can see there's a single connector here for the single light for the license plate. You're going to use your thumb and pointer finger, press down on the 2 sides here to to remove the bulb holder. We're going to remove that old halogen bulb. And for this light in particular, we're replacing it with one of our standard LEDs because the premium is slightly too long to fit in the housing. Once you have this in, we're going to go ahead and turn the lights on just to make sure the license plate light works before reinstalling it. Now that we know that it works, we're just going to reinsert it back in. When it kicks in place, that's all there is to it. We're now going to show you how to access the rear housing to replace the backup reverse light. There are 3 tabs, 1, 2, and 3, that need to be removed to pull back the liner to access the bulb. You're going to be using the crowbar shaped tool, the pointed end of it, and you're going to be inserting on the edge and using it to lift up these tabs. Once you have the 3 tabs removed, use a tool, create some separation between the liner and the trunk rubber, and pull back. And now you have access to the housing right here. You're turning counterclockwise to remove, and you're pulling it out. Now as you can see, we already have the LED bulb installed. Just for demonstration, I'm going to show you. This is the original halogen bulb. This is the new LED. As you'll notice, we've taken the new LED's wiring and pushed it in slightly, you can see, on an angle to make sure it makes contact with the housing here. Once it's in securely, you're going to reinsert the bulb and twist it clockwise to secure it in place. Once you have that in place, make sure this wire right here goes through the hole. Your liner goes underneath the rubber, and we put our 3 clamps back in place. Now you're done. And that's the end of the installation. If you have any questions or concerns, please email us at help@precisionled.com, or you can reach us online and submit a support ticket at www.precisionled.com/contact. Now, like we said before, please like or subscribe if you enjoyed the video or enjoyed the process for what we do. It really does help us out when we make the next one, knowing that there's people out there watching the videos. Have a good one.